The other Paris, Parc de la Courvenne, one of France's infamous banlieues. Translation, suburb, although that word really doesn't do these slabs of concrete justice. Home to most of France's minorities, scene of violent protest 10 years ago, and today too a place of mourning. In the neighborhood association, they observe not 1, but 3 minutes of silence. Mourad Latreche is one of the Muslim community leaders here, who also runs a popular website.
Ils ont très très mal, mais d'une manière indescriptible.
The attacks are very bad for us. It's almost indescribable. They hit us like everyone else as French citizens, and it's worth noting that some of the victims were Muslims. But the attacks will also raise suspicions against us and our children. It's no surprise that people are afraid here.
Par rapport aux conséquences que ça va avoir sur leur vie quotidienne et sur leurs enfants.
There are almost 5 million French citizens, mainly from the former colonies in the Maghreb and mainly Muslims. Many are afraid that the new state of emergency with its draconian powers is above all aimed at them. And this is what haunts France, the year 2005, when the banlieue erupted in a ball of fire and rage as a generation without hope vented its anger against a society without understanding. In their ideal world, this is what ISIS hopes to trigger with its attacks. Daniel Cohn-Bendit used to be an icon of unrest. He led the famous student riots of 1968. Today he warns about the perils of calling the recent attacks a war.
Is if there is an enemy, okay, then the enemy is the Muslims. And this is the biggest danger of France, that Daesh, IS, want a civil war. They want that we are against the Muslim, and then the Muslim then an uprising of the Muslims against the non-believers.
Does the government realize that risk, that potential sufficiently?
I think no. They are, and it's complicated. I don't want to make it's complicated because they know that they have to show to the people that they are ready to protect, and it's very difficult. Or you can say it, but in a moment like this, to say, look, zero risk doesn't exist in a democracy, even in a dictatorship. The danger is, I had a taxi driver, and I jumped in the taxi. He said, "Oh, it's nice that you want to go in my taxi." I said, "Why?" He was a young Maghrebin. I don't know where he was. Yeah. I don't know if he was Muslim.
He was from the Maghreb. Yeah.
He was from the Maghreb. What he was, I don't know. And he said, 3 persons came this morning, saw me, and they didn't take the taxi. And this is the beginning, not of a civil war, but this is the beginning of a general suspicion. And if France lose this battle, we go in intolerance, is that every Muslim could be a murderer, France is lost.
So France prides itself on the cherished pillars of the Republic that adorn every official building here. Now it needs to provide security for a fearful population without reducing liberty and equality and killing off fraternity.